By now, you've all heard of Payton Gendron. He is the 18-year-old white male who allegedly shot and killed 10 people at a Buffalo supermarket Saturday afternoon, who authorities say was motivated by hate. Payton Gendron of Conklin, New York, drove a vehicle 3 hours to Buffalo, New York for a planned, racially motivated killing. He drove to Tops Friendly Market, where the shooting took place, which is located in the heart of Buffalo's black community, and 11 out of the 13 people who were shot by this white suspect were black. Officials said 4 victims survived. Quote, "This was pure evil," Erie County Sheriff John C. Garcia said at a Saturday news conference, calling the shooting a straight up racially motivated hate crime from somebody outside of our community, end quote. The U.S. Department of Justice investigating the shooting as a hate crime and an act of racially motivated violent extremism. This is according to a statement from the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland. Who is Payton Gendron? Who are his parents? Residents of rural Conklin, New York, were stunned Saturday by the news the gunman accused of the Buffalo supermarket attack was a teenager who lived in their town. Gendron is the oldest of 3 children by parents Paul and Pamela Gendron, both of whom are civil engineers working for the New York State Department of Transportation. According to neighbors, the family is upper middle class. Quote, "They have a really nice family." That is a quote from one of the neighbors, Nancy Santucci. Quote, "They seem like regular people. In a million years, I never would think that anyone from this neighborhood would drive to Buffalo to carry out a racially motivated shooting," says Santucci. Santucci said that the suspect graduated from Susquehanna Valley High School last year. The neighbor recalled how there was a big party on the family's home lawn decorated with balloons. Santucci said Gendron came home with a human-sized brontosaurus that had been made as a school project. Payton Gendron at one time was being watched by authorities for suspected allegations related to a planned school shooting. So, where did Payton, at 18 years of age, get an assault rifle and tactile gear? How were his parents and siblings not aware that these items may have been in their home? According to news sources, alleged Buffalo shooter may have planned this attack months ago. Investigators believe that Gendron posted a 180-page document on the internet before the mass shooting, which included a detailed plan on the attack and his support for several mass murderers. The suspect is believed to have authored the document based on a theory that white people are being replaced. This theory is known to whites as the Great Replacement. This 180-page document was detailed all the way down to the parking spot he would place his car in, how he would shoot the security guard at the front of the He documented he would then go down each aisle shooting customers twice in their chests. In a news release at the actual event, the suspect shot 4 people outside of the grocery store, 3 fatally. When he entered the store, he exchanged fire with the armed security guard, who authorities say was a retired Buffalo police officer. The officer did shoot Gendron, but he was not injured because he had on tactile gear. The security guard died of his injuries. The suspect shot 8 more people in the store, 6 of whom died. He allegedly live streamed this event on Twitch. The footage was removed from the platform. When authorities arrived to the store, Gendron had the gun to his neck in an attempt to kill himself. Authorities talked him out of doing this. He was then taken into custody. The suspect used his assault weapon, according to reports. Payton Gendron reportedly scrawled the N-word on his rifle before carrying out this massacre. Payton Gendron of Conklin, New York, was charged with first-degree murder Saturday, May 14th, 2022. The suspect is shown in court wearing a hospital gown. He pleaded not guilty.
State your appearances for the record.
Gary Hackbush on behalf of the people. And Brian Parker on behalf of Mr. Gendron.
Mr. Gendron, you've been charged with multiple counts of murder in the first degree, contrary to section 125-27 of the penal law. There should be a copy of the charges in front of you. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you need me to read the charges to you, or do you understand your charges?
I understand my charges.
Okay. And can you afford an attorney?
No.
Mr. Parker?
Judge, I've been appointed to represent Mr. Gendron, and I accept that appointment.
Okay.
As far as any further reading of the felony complaint, I would waive that at this point and enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of my client.
Thank you. Mr. Hackbush, you'd like to be heard, correct?
Yes, sir. We would respectfully request that the defendant be remanded without bail. I'd also like to let the court know that the people intend to present this directly to the grand jury, and we are providing the defendant orally their notice pursuant to 190-50 of their right to testify before the grand jury.
He's remanded without bail. Would you like to be heard?
Judge, I'm also going to ask that the court order a forensic exam at this point. As far as any bail issues, I'll reserve our right to make further argument at a further point down the road.
All right, then remanded. Mr. Parker, you want me to bring this back? Excuse me, Mr. Hackbush, you want me to bring this back on a 180-80 date?
Yes.
I'm looking at Wednesday afternoon.
Could we extend it to Thursday?
Okay, Thursday in the morning, then I'll be the 19th in the morning. Are you both available?
19th in the morning, I'm available, yes.
All right. May 19th, 9:30, will be a cross call on part 2 for felony hearing or further proceedings. I'll order the forensic at the defendant's request. Remand. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Judge.
That concludes this evening's calendar.
We'll get in court Thursday morning. I'll cover this.
I would just like to say this to white America. I've had a lot of white friends. We used to get along. You used to see somebody white on the street. You say, hey, how you doing, your buddies? It's not like that now. The biggest problem is political correctness. We need to kill political correctness. We need to be able to say whatever we're feeling, but you just need to have control over yourself. Secondly, white people, nobody's trying to take your place or take it over. This country wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for you guys. Yes, we were the labor and we broke our backs to get here, but it was largely your management because it was your style. It wouldn't look like this. It wouldn't be running like this. The power's here because how do you think? Some of it's good, some of it's bad. But we just need to go back to how things were before. But all this trying to fix things a little at a time is forcing people to do big reactions in the opposite direction. We just need to stop with all the violence and shooting because you're not going to win. The technology now is going to always find you. Blacks are not trying to take you over. If you're having problems with Hispanics, you brought them here. If you're having problems with anybody in the world, it's because you probably created a problem by trying to go over there and manipulate them. And you need to think about those things. You know, that's some of the things I would like to just get out there, and you guys need to think about the way you're moving in this society and the world. Thank you.